Let's give people a few minutes for start. I must have a theme song for my opening broadcasts, you know, just to keep people occupied before I start. All right, I'll make one call. All right, I guess we could rock and roll. The subject for today: trolls. What are they? Part 2. Now, if anybody remember the first part of my previous broadcast on trolls, I went in a little detail of my views of trolling on here on YouTube, what it is, what are the effects. Today, on this broadcast, we'll be discussing the other more serious effects of trolls that comes around content creators here on YouTube. Everybody knows this chaos right here. And the importance of this video is to really draw an outline from what I've constantly learning, growing, and studying, especially watching YouTube now for years now, and hear from the effects from other content creators and their problems and their struggles or troubles when it comes to trolls. And some don't struggle with trolls per se, but still it is an ongoing issue that plagues content creators here on YouTube. For me, I have not experienced serious trolling yet, but I know how to deal with trolls very effectively, knowing I'm still freshly new to this. But one thing is evident: as time progresses and you grow in your development and your channel grows, you will be trolled a lot by either blackface or non-blackface people. I would say, to my perspective and conclusions, I would look at more trolling more of a if you're a black content creator, you're going to be trolled morally, majorly by other non-black people than per se black people. Now everybody say, "Why I would say this?" I say this because I see the games that's going around here on YouTube, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And it questions, why would somebody sit here, go out the way to not only leave good conversation or good feedback or questions, some logic question, or ask stupid questions, dumb questions, even to the point where they want to be very disrespectful to the chat room and to the person that's hosting the live stream. So one of the few things that people should be aware of when it comes to the trolling. And at the end of every video, I would like people to always, like always, you could like the video, but I would prefer you subscribe and leave comments because feedback is always important with every video that's being done here. One thing you must know about trolls, that what trolls are doing now, or they always have been doing, they are creating constant beef or create what we call gossip or rumor with other YouTubers, so other YouTubers could engage in a back and forth argument or a constant, I would say, little war or debate with other content creators that's pretty much on the average mind their own business. And really truly, when people mind their own business and trying to put out content just for the collective or for other people that's watching their videos, they're not really in too much of the business to really focus or make constant remarks or attacks of other content creators, especially ones that's putting out real good content that's needed for the community, especially in regards to the Black community, which is very important. As you know, the situation we are as race people, it is very much in dire strait. And one of the few things that bothers Black men and women the most, and one of the three things that constantly keeps you in a constant cycle or circle out of 9 areas of what we like to call warfare. Those 3 are 1, religion, education, and sex. And all this is found in the Gray Faulkner plan and the Gray and Faulkner regime. If you want to know more about it, you could type that and you can find Mr. Gray and Mr. Charles Faulkner plan, especially Mr. Cerulean, that talks more about it in detail than anything else. But knowing this, that when it comes to our people, they invest a whole bunch of their time and energy and pretty much their life being entertained. Now, enough is wrong with entertainment. There's a time and place for every little thing. Entertainment has its place and time. And for most of our people, which we indulge in a lot of entertainment, which if we did like if we compare it percentage-wise, how much we invest in our time, entertainment would be more than half of our time and energy spent before everything else we do within our lives. And one thing that is common amongst us as race people, that we like to create turmoil, certain fighting, fisting and fighting, fussing and fighting, and some form of back and forth arguments with other people. It goes the same here on YouTube, where you'll find a particular troll will mention other YouTuber contents to say that they want to debate another YouTuber. Now, enough is wrong with debate. Debate, I find nowadays, is healthy. As long as it's the conversation become more stimulating, it's intellectualized. It's something that we can grow out of. There's a time and place for that. And it could be good to sharpen the mind of a person. But it does not come to a point where you're going to sit there and debate someone you don't really know, much less what are the premise of debating on what? I always ask. Is it really this debate going to better shape the Black community? Are we going to grow and learn? Or we just want to see 2 people to cuss and fight, which the people that support the content have to pick a side, which I'm not for that, where people have to choose which content creator that they've been supporting for some time now and subscribing faithfully and even go as far as supporting them financially to sort of make a decision because another YouTuber is fighting, going back and forth to really either tear down or embarrass the next content creator. And there has been stories of people that create content that had very good channels be destroyed or being taken out of these space we call YouTube because of certain debates or certain fights and beefs. Now, some of our people take onto the beefs, whether it is jealousy, envy, or they just want to stir up some shit, or they hear from a rumor from another person that's been sitting there watching other people's content and trying to tell the other content creator what another person feels. These are things that goes on in regards to creating stirring controversy amongst YouTube streams. And with doing that, you are creating what I like to call a division amongst the content creator and another content creator, so that you could, as a troll, feel good amongst yourself to see them go back and forth. This is not good. And for most of all content creators, the one thing you could do, the most logical thing you could do is once you see a person that you are not acquainted or knowing, and somebody's constantly mentioning it, not only once, but multiple times. For the sake of conversation, when you deal with a subject matter that's not even based on the subject matter that's being discussed, obviously you have to do what any other person does, kick them out the room. You boot them or ban them. You don't time out, you just ban them. You just kick them out automatically. Because what these trolls are doing, they are creating more division than anything else and trying to sabotage another content creator's platform by spreading rumor and gossip. That's one thing you should always keep in mind when it comes to certain people trying to put out other content creators' names. That's a no-no. And any person that's new to this or been doing this for a couple years should have spotted it out and read it out and automatically squash that as swift as possible. Because like any troll, which most of these trolls are faceless, with makeup accounts and all this stupid shit. And obviously you could tell when somebody can make more than multiple accounts and you see them popping up again, right there, you could tell right there that's a Caucasoid, a European, a non-black man or woman doing it. Because real men and women that are black do not waste time or energy, make multiple accounts to go on a particular YouTuber's channel. Now, if people prove me wrong, they could sit there and answer this in the comment section at the end of this video. But I solely believe that most of these people that's trolling heavy and they're making multiple contents, they're there just to sit there, cause division. What's this? Okay. Something like this. Okay. Another thing. Wait, hold on. Matter of fact, since I'm on here. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Hold on a second, people. Okay, I can't find it. I'm gonna continue. Another thing that people should be aware of, especially other content creators, should be concerned when your channel grows from either 1,000 to 10,000 to potential 20,000. Know that you might be competing with other content creators on here on YouTube, where it can get heated and go as far as taking time, energy, other viewers, and the people that's very envy or jealous that sits there watches your own content and then puts your name, even to go as far as put false rumor allegations and make content videos, long live streams against another YouTube content creator. My advice to those people, or to men and women, is that you should not really entertain them, but ignore them as possible. Because what I find now, the most people that sit there stir up the pot, I like to call it, they're trying to get what we call views or clickbaits when they use other people's names in the description or on their thumb tag, so that way they get clicks. I don't like that. I don't recommend most people do that, especially if you only been on it for more than and you are quote unquote what they call struggling just to get views. Instead of just being yourself and just constantly change up a little bit, do something different. One thing I've noticed with this YouTube thing, it's like a trial and error thing. Some days it can be good, some days it can be bad. Sometimes the subject you talk about might be good that people like listen, and sometimes the subject you make might be boring or dull. At the end of the day, you gotta stay and be you and experiment with this, just like anything you do in life. You're going to hit and miss. There's nothing really perfect to what you're creating or what you're doing. To build an audience, you have to be somewhat consistent. Now, most likely anybody could build any audience by talking the regular quote unquote foolishness that's going out here on the media streams, from the love and hip hop to the basketball wives to sports, some forms of entertainment like football, talk about sports, hell, even video games. But other than that, oh, and I can't forget about like health or even gym could be good to make content video, YouTube. But other than that, you try all those things. I would say the one thing that makes you stand out the most, and it's something I'm growing to myself, you have to be somewhat different. Not just it, but just different. This is what's going to draw you attention and make you relevant on the YouTube world. I know you can go for YouTube study or school to understand how to full optimize your creation. If you're a very much struggling YouTuber, if you're trying to make a little money, which nothing's wrong with making a little money, what's how you do it to make the money, I mean, at the end of the day, this is something fun and you can enjoy and learn from creating content on YouTube. But at the end of the day, don't sit there and create or stir up with other content creators and try and put their name to get a sell or get a view or like. You never do that. This is not hip hop or rap. Don't follow the same rubric like 50 Cent and G did. Because yeah, they made money, but all them cats that were part of 50 are not, or what we call obsolete. They're no longer there. The only person that actually stand out of all this beef creation was 50 Cent. And he was the only artist for what I could call in history that stirred beef and create this controversy to make himself very rich in the music business. So you don't follow that same playbook that 50 did on YouTube. Because one thing going around that route, the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to get your channel suspended, or you might get your whole channel just removed altogether. And once your channel is removed, you gotta start over. So create beef and conflict, you will lose not only audience, but you'll lose your channel possibly in time. This is something that I did not really know, but as like any learner or person like a student, I sit there, observe, and learn others, and pick and always keep note of things, what to do and not to do. And I advise you as a person that's going to do this YouTube thing, follow suit as well and learn as well. And learn pretty fast. Do not sit there, be stagnant, and then say, well, you know, I'm just good. No, I'm just gonna do me. If I'm gonna fuck this, you know, so I gotta get this money. Don't do that, because trust me, you're gonna fight a losing battle. There are thousands of content creators that never start beef with nobody on here, and their channels flourish. Some are even touching 100K of subscribers and viewers. So keep that in mind, and always keep that in mind when, if you're going to be on here doing content here on YouTube. And even with the trolls again, another thing that has been known with these trolls don't like to stay on the subject matter that's being presented. Once they jump on to a person's page on here and not reading what is the title of the discussion. And I'm not sure if anybody ever noticed this. You ever notice when somebody sit there, a person that's creating a broadcast talking about certain subject matters, and all of a sudden some no good bastard or no good person comes on YouTube in the chat room, in the chat box, running their mouth and asking some dumb questions, even goes part to say, what is the subject? And notice that they can read the subject as a minute they turn on their YouTube app and click onto this video, this live stream, and before they look at the chat room, there is a feature here where you can press X off the chat room and read the title. It's not hard. Reading is fundamental, people. Try it, please. It will bring wonders. It will help your life. It'll build your self-esteem. I'm just saying. Do a little reading sometimes. It will work for all you trolls, faceless or fake account trolls. Okay, I notice y'all sit there and y'all do this countlessly, not on certain famous YouTube platforms, but just in general. You sit there and you ask about the subject. You don't read nothing. You sit there, open your mouth or type in some foolishness, and the guys or the woman that's sitting there reading the chat, or they see that. You know, I'm surprised that some of them that do that, they don't get set to timeout. Because damn, I would have timed them out right off the bat if they asked me some idiot question. I don't do that. But we have them out here that does this. Another thing. Another thing, I'll say this. And the reason why I'm mentioning this, because when you sit there, don't know what the subject matter of the topic, and you sit there and the person that's reading the comments while talking, it has to make that person stop what they're doing to address that particular troll. What is the subject matter? And not only they had to sit there and give them a good tongue lashing. And eventually they throw them off the game and make them forget what was the subject matter. It's annoying. It is very annoying. And normally what will happen for any person that was listening to this right now, there are a few things you could do when a person comes on here asking some stupid question. One, you tell this person, or you tell this troll, read the title before you type. Two, go sit your ass down somewhere. Hold on. Sit your ass down somewhere. Sit your butt down there and either read a book or come back and sit back and listen what really discussion. But other than that, don't sit here and ask what the subject matter or talk about something that's not on topic, which a lot of them do countlessly when they jump on the chat room in these streams. Is where they say some stupid stuff, or they just want to sit there conversate and just throw off the whole subject of the discussion. Trust me, they're known to do this, and they do it time in, time out. And obviously, what's going to happen when you see trolls like this that does this, the only thing you do is you have to give them strict warnings. Matter of fact, a timeout will be sent one time. And if they know why they can't type and they ask why they get timeout, let them know, say, you know, you just time out again. And you time out again, just let them know, say, I time out the first time, and I'm timing out the second time because you asked a question about the subject matter. Now, if you come in there, keep stress the issue, you're just going to be banned. And that's the end of it. Hold on a second. All right. Okay, so one of those. All right, so moving on. And I know this might be boring to most of that part tuning this. I don't really care much, but it has to be said for the next people that will go back to the stream to know, said these are things you have to be aware of and what to expect and how to deal with trolls. And it's like anything, trolls are gonna come and go. You can't escape it. They're there to cause disunity and distractions like anything else. They're probably worse than Fox News or NBC or those television outlets, people that watch TV constantly than anything else. They are there for one reason, only one reason. They're there just to make your content more difficult with their presence, either leaving stupid remarks or calling out other content creators, or go as far as to throw you off on certain topics on your discussions of the main subject of the show you're doing or the stream you're doing. That's what they're there for, you know. And they're there just to really get you stirred up. And you know, I did not know the power of a troll has on YouTube when I sit there and watch all the complaints from not only well-established YouTube content creators, but mostly from the little small content creators. They are out here. And they're out here just to do one thing and one thing only. Just to make your time on YouTube somewhat difficult. Now, I know most people can't function and go about with their streams without focusing in the chat room. Depending if you have more than 100 people watching or typing, it can be problematic, but at the end of the day, you have to stay focused on your subject. And really, that's what we have moderators for, mods. You know, mods should be doing their job to make sure to limit the amount of people that's coming on here that's not bringing nothing to the table, either their donation or some good feedback or even question in the chat room. Most of the time when they're on there, they sit there, want to run their mouth on some stupid stuff. And because of this, it makes the content creator, I guess, role, or you know, how he delivers his message a little bit more difficult. So, like always, you know, you have to keep in mind that you have to notice that if you're going to be having a very large, substantial audience, always keep an eye out for those that will sit there cause division and deflection to your message on here to YouTube. You have to do this, you know. I have not made many moderators here on this page yet. I only have one moderator right now. She's not here right now. But as time progresses, I will probably entrust some people that respect the channel or what's on the channel to you know, moderate what I'm doing on here. And it's not focused right now, but there's a little gems and clues I just tell for the next person that has a bigger channel on here, or a substantial good-sized channel of people on your page. You know, and mind you, people, you don't have to really create content to get followers or subscribers on your Google. I mean, if you're well spoken and you're on here, you know, on other people's panels, you'll get a substantial people that will subscribe to your channel. But if you really charismatic and have that charisma and that, you know, really articulate and funny, you'll get a following. You get a big following. I think on YouTube, mostly women will get more of a greater audience than men on here because, you know, women bring a sense of beauty, especially they put themselves on video, live streaming, talking. They will carry that. And yeah, they're talking shit about men, especially black men. Then yeah, you'll get some subs. The reason I'm saying this because one thing is evident. I think there's more women on YouTube than men. Now, some people could quote me wrong on this, but I have a feeling there's more of them on here on YouTube space than us men on here, most likely. Because, you know, women like to come into some space to talk shit about the opposite sex. Now, per se, I'm not saying most black men do it too, but from what I'm checking, men that sit there talk their little shit about black women or black women in general, they're honest and in like on point about their disagreements of the females or the ladies in our community, which is our sisters. You know, that's why I've nothing really against any man that talks about the black. Wait, hold on, who's on here? Is that Renee? Hey, Renee, what's your email, man? Girl, I want to bring you upstairs, man. Renee, you there? Yeah, if you could, if you chat, yeah, and put your email in the chat room, I would appreciate it. Yeah. So, what else? Yeah, so that's what it is, to be honest with you. And you know, Renee, I might make you as moderator. If you type something out, I probably will mod you some. But other than that, I tell people many times, this is what I view and see on here, and I always learn as I come and grow. Oh, thanks, Dave. And like anything you do in life, you have to be always constantly growing. If you're a man, it is a necessity in the environment you're in, because like anything, we as men, we have to at the end oppose the environment. You know what I'm saying? Danger is okay. Thanks, Renee. Danger is something that we should thrive on. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you a little secret right here to most dudes that don't know this, especially you simps out here. Have you ever get the feeling one time that you about be in constant battle with a man? Or just in battle or a constant where you get your nerves all out of place. You get that itch, that, you know, that adrenaline itch, you know, like you want to, it's that testosterone kick in, like you want to sit there, punch something. Like you be put in constant stress. It's exciting, isn't it? I haven't felt like that in a long time, where, you know, some so-called boy want to test you, and you get that itch and nerve, you know, you get that adrenaline rush, like you just get that, what do they call that, warrior itch, you know what I'm saying, that masculine itch, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to knock it out, for real. That's actually when you know you're healthy, when a man, when you can feel that energy, at what they call that toxic masculinity. I'm here around, I've been noticing lately what Mr. Genie talk about, said like he labeled like toxic masculinity as a bad thing. No, toxic masculinity is a necessity. Even Judge Joe Brown said that there's not enough masculinity. He said there's a lack of masculinity. He don't even label it toxic masculinity. He said there's a lack of masculinity. What's this? Yes, it does. And what I mean by the itch, I mean that, you know, when you're a man and like you just feel like you get that adrenaline rush, like you get that itch. And what I mean by itch, and I hope it's hard for me to pull a video on this, but you know, when a boy is growing up, and when he grows up, and let's say he's been raised by one parent, especially in this society that it's mostly women that have been raised with it. That means a lot of these boys don't got that actual testosterone energy to get in that certain masculine itch. You know, that it's like it's a natural instinct as a male, like it's alert. Like, you know what, when you're in the jungle and then you have to be in a survival mode, you get that itch. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fucking feeling. A lot of men don't want to admit this, but it's a really good feeling. Hold on a second. Matter of fact, let me prove this more. Let me see if I get in contact with one of my good friends. Hold on a second. One second, black people. Let me do this. Hold on. Let me see if my mouse working. Hello, Charles. You there? Yes, I'm live now, and your voice is being right here heard. Hey, you know, I was just saying, and I'm not sure if you get this. I was saying to people that's listening right now, I tell them, say, you know, it's always a natural instinct for a male to get that sense of an itch. You know, like how you know that the boy is developing into his manhood, and he's put into certain like pressure in front of the next male, and he gets that certain testosterone itch, you know, like that itch, like he start to flex, that reflection, that reflex. Yeah. You know, a lot of males don't really get that feeling sometimes. And I said to most people that's listening, say that's a good feeling. That's an excellent feeling. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the pressure of the environment, make you feel like you want to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like you like in the middle of the wilderness and you're trying to survive. It's that natural instinct every man has. And I call that, you know, when you know you're an actual male developing your man, when you get that sense of itch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of boys don't get that feeling. They get that they don't get no feeling at all because, you know, been around too much feminine energy. And they always tell us that they want boys to get into their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I said, how the hell are they going to develop that itch when they are constantly feelings? That's not developing no real killer instinct, no masculine instinct.
It's actually robbing them of their masculinity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time. You know? All the time. I don't like it, but as I bring a point, say, you know, a lot of people don't know about this itch. I knew about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, at times when you feel my adrenaline rush.
It's like you gotta become something that is protective. That's what boys get in the trades.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta become something that we later on in life. So, I mean, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
On a ground level.
Oh, you doing something? Cause you know I'm on YouTube right now. That's why I kind of call you interrupted. Cause you know, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I just want to get you a little take on. I'm not gonna hold your time. You know what I'm saying?
you? Yeah. No.
Yeah. All right. All right. So let me just continue what I'm doing. All right, Charles. Yeah. But it just proves my point right there. And thank you, Charles Faulkner. I just took that call. Renee, can you please send me your email so I get your email? I don't know if you're still on the chat room. I need that. Because sometimes I might give you the matter of fact, I can give you the link right now. Let me see if this will work. I don't like doing that, but yeah. If you're still in the chat room, you can come upstairs for a little bit, Renee. But like always, and these are just a short guidelines to part 2 of trolling. What it is, what are they? And like I said, this is like an ongoing discussion, which will bring, and I give a tangible solution, which most content creators already know the solution to deal with trolls, but this makes more better sense at the end of the day, how to deal with them moving forward, especially if your channel is going to continue to grow. Keep in mind that you're not going to stop all the trolls. Once you have more than 1,000 people following you on your page, it's impossible. You don't have the time and energy. But with proper instructing, guidelines, and usually must guideline and tell your moderators that you appoint what they should do and not do, I feel you get around the troll issue. You know what I'm saying? And to avoid little pitfalls they'll bring in front of you in the chat room or either comments on your videos you do is very vital. And if you follow these rules good, I believe, Kohai will know that you'll probably avoid and you will not have issues going forward while your content grows. So let me do this. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. Go back to the playback if you missed what I just said. I will probably put some other content videos from other discussions I have. Might chop up and put on this page very soon. Still in the works doing other things, but I might start doing that moving forward. To keep this page fresh. So be on the lookout for more materials. But other than that, let the chaos reign.